Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am just kind of getting ready. I'm getting ready to go out for the day and I'm trying some new foundation, primer, concealer combo, and I figured I would jump on, do a little review, see how it wears, creasing, you know the deal, so let's just jump right in. Today I am going to be trying out the Revlon Youth FX line. I have the Revlon Youth FX Fill and Blur Primer for face and neck. I have the Revlon Youth FX Fill and Blur Foundation. I have it in two separate shades, Ivory and Porcelain. I wasn't sure which shade I would be, so I just went ahead and got both. And then I have tried the concealer before, and I love this concealer. This is the Revlon Youth FX Fill and Blur Concealer in the shade Fair. So I am going to test it out, see if it works. I am on the hunt for a foundation concealer primer combo that will cover these horribly dark circles under my eyes and my fine lines. I have not been able to find one yet. It always creases, it always, you know, it just doesn't wear the way that I really need it to wear. And that is why we are gonna try this today. So I think I'm probably gonna be the shade Ivory. So that's what we're gonna start with. I'm gonna start with the primer, and it is just a pump bottom, comes out the top, and it says press bottom of package gently to dispense, apply and blend over face and neck wrinkles, wear alone or under your makeup. So I am just going to go ahead. I've already put moisturizer on and I am ready to go. I'm just gonna dab this all over. Make sure to get underneath my eyes real good so that I can try to cover up the lovely fine lines that have happened. And I'm going to pat it into the side of my nose because I get a lot of kind of breakaway. My foundation tends to crease and kind of break away right around there. So I'm going to just kind of pat it in rather than rub it in. Okay, my face has kind of like a tacky feel, which I really like when primers do that because it feels like it really sticks with your foundation. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the foundation. Just going to squeeze out a little bit here on my hand. Now you do get 1 ounce of this, does have SPF 20 in it. Yeah, it's the Fill and Blur Foundation. So we are going to dab this all over. Very full coverage. You do not need a ton. This is definitely one of those cases where less is more. And I'm just going to use a damp beauty blender. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the Fill and Blur Youth FX Revlon Concealer, and doesn't say really anything special about it aside from it, you know, fills and blurs. You get 0.11 ounces, 3.2 milliliters, and again this is the shade Fair. It is yet another pump top, has a sponge applicator tip, so I'm going to use that to apply it, and this is more of a watery consistency than the foundation. Foundation is definitely very thick. This is definitely very runny. Okay, so my initial first impression is it's a very pretty finish. the foundation was a little harder to work with and blend out. I think it's one of those foundations that are really quick drying, thick. So I think you need to kind of just work in small sections, and I think that would alleviate that issue. I did have a little bit of trouble kind of moving it around once it sat on my skin for a few seconds. But the finish is really pretty. It's doing a good job of blurring out a lot of my fine lines. I do see that I can already see that it's getting ready to start creasing under my eyes, which I really haven't found anything yet that doesn't do that. But I don't have any setting powder or anything like that on, so I'm hoping that that will maybe prevent that from happening. Maybe a little makeup setting spray. But so far, it is not cakey. It is very... It's very nice. I like it. It's not... I don't know. I like it, but I'm not... There's nothing really different as of yet that I've seen between different foundations that I've used. There's nothing that's really, you know, making this stand out as much as I thought it would. I kind of had the idea that with all three of these, it may hide the lines under my eyes just a little better. But again, I don't have any powder or anything on, so maybe with the combination of all that, it'll do a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and jump off camera. I'm going to do my full face of makeup. I'm going to get ready for the day, and then I'm going to come back and check in, see how it's wearing, if it oxidizes on my skin, if it changes color, you know, anything that happens, any wonkiness. I am going to... Okay, so now that it's kind of sitting on my face a little bit, it does look as though the fine lines under my eyes have been covered. But so far, I really like the color. It matches my skin tone perfectly. It's a very pretty finish. I do see that the fine lines and the larger pores that I have on my face have been blurred. So I'm going to go ahead, jump off camera, do the rest of my makeup. I'm going to go about my day for a little bit. I'm going to hop back on in a few hours, do a check-in, see how we're doing, see if we're creasing, if we're fading, if we're melting off my face. We'll check it out. So I will be back in a little bit. Talk to you soon. This is my final check-in of the night, and I will say I am 100% happy with this combination. It 100% held up. I was in 80, 85 degree weather all day, running around, doing errands, playing with my kids. We were outside in the backyard for a couple of hours. I was sweating, and I haven't touched up my makeup once today, other than some slight separation around the edges of my nose, which I get with any foundation, any products that I use. It doesn't matter. If I don't touch up through the day, I will have the separation around my nose. And I think that's pretty true for a lot of people. Your nose tends to get a little more oily than the rest of your face. And that's just kind of, you know, one of those things. It is what it is. Had I touched up maybe halfway through the day, I don't think that would even be an issue right now. This combination held up so well. I am so pleasantly surprised. All three products were drugstore products. They were not very expensive. I don't remember the exact prices off the top of my head. I will put that down in the description box and make sure I put the prices down there below. And yeah, it did exactly what it said it was going to do. It definitely helped to blur the fine lines under my eyes. The concealer helped conceal the dark circles. And the foundation just held up beautifully. It's not sliding off my face. It's not creasing at all. I am like so shocked that underneath my eyes, most foundations, if I don't touch them up throughout the day, by the end of the evening, I look like I'm 90 years old. And the foundation has settled into the fine lines under my eyes so terribly that my wrinkles look 10 times worse. And it blows my mind how these three products worked so well. And the fact that I was doing as much as I was and did not touch up at all, that's really saying a lot to me anyway. So I definitely recommend these products. I definitely think they are absolutely 100% worth the money. And it's not even a lot of money. They're very inexpensive, and they do exactly what they say they're going to do. So if you guys want to try a new foundation, primer, concealer combination this is absolutely, definitely worth trying. That is all I have for this video. If you guys liked it, please give it a thumbs up down below. Subscribe. I am definitely open to any suggestions that anyone may have. If there is a product you would like to see tested out, but maybe you're not sure if you want to go out and buy it beforehand, let me know. I will be more than happy to go out and get it and try it out and do a review. I have a couple more little goodies that I have gotten recently that I want to get on and do reviews for, so please be looking out for those coming soon, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!